Welcome, soul family. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I love you guys so much. I'm out here in nature, guys. As you can see, I'm at this beautiful spot by the river. I'm loving it. It's very refreshing, guys. The sound of water is quite refreshing. You guys might be hearing it as well. But anyway, it's very cool. It's sort of like is a way of calming you. It's a sort of calm that washes over you. It kind of like replaces your thoughts in a way, as well as the sound in nature when you hear the insects or the sound of the forest. It almost takes over. It's almost an energy of its own. That's why I like to call places like that vortexes. I'm like, whoa, that's a vortex. The frequencies be high as fuck, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people know about vortexes. But anyway, guys, today's video is very interesting, right? Since I'm in nature, I want to talk about nature. I want to say we should respect nature. We are nature, guys. We come from the earth. The food we eat, we are nature, guys. We come from the earth. The food we eat all comes from the earth, right? It all grows from a tree. The animals eat the grass. We die. We get decomposed back into the earth and become trees and plants and flowers, and essentially we are the universe. We are stardust, right? That is one of the theories going around. Is like it's actually a scientific fact. We are literally made of stardust. It's actually something I posted about. Is like when you look at your blood, the iron in your blood, the only place that iron is made apparently is from stars that have exploded millions of years ago. So you are actually made of stardust. When you zoom in on an atomic level, then we are all energy, aren't we? And everything is vibrating atoms. So everything is vibrating atoms, which is just another word for frequency. Frequency and vibrations is the same thing, basically. It means basically the same thing. And that is also the same thing as energy. So that means everything is fucking energy. Everything is vibrating atoms. Everything. I'm vibrating atoms. This tree is vibrating atoms. The floor is vibrating atoms. The space between us is vibrating atoms. We are just a tiny speck. We are a tiny drop in the ocean of the cosmos of the universe, which is just one universe of what could be infinite universes. Yet we have this time, this life. But how can energy ever be destroyed? It's like what I was just talking about in an earlier video. Near-death experience is just further proof that nothing, even if we die, even energy never dies. There is an afterlife. You know what I mean? Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. So even when I die, even when my body dies, chances are, hey, there's an afterlife. Even if there isn't, scientifically, my energy will go into this tree. It will grow. It will go into this river, into this ecosystem, into the dragonflies, the caterpillars, the butterflies, the trees. It will go on. Energy, there's a law that has been proven by scientists around the world that is accepted, which is called, I believe, the law of thermodynamics or the law of energy. It's a universal law that basically says energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred or transformed. Right? So it's very interesting stuff, guys. Very interesting stuff. It's the intersection of science and spirituality, right? It's very interesting because that's where quantum mechanics comes in. And then you find out ancient scriptures thousands of years ago, 3,000, 4,000 years ago, were already thinking about things like this. We're already doing mathematics, right? Obviously, we have technology now. But who knows what technology they had then? Who knows what happened then? Who knows what wars happened, right? Did a war happen that wiped things out? Who knows, right? There's all sorts of history. There's all sorts of wars that happened in history. But anyway, we go on. This face, fine. We are all just the same energy behind this face, behind my life, in my body. I'm connected to everything around me. The energy goes on. When I die, fine, I'll be forgotten. We'll all be forgotten. We're all nobodies in some way, right? Like all the celebrities will be forgotten. Like what even is a celebrity? Like what even is the idea of success and fame and money, right? So it's like it will all be forgotten. I'll be forgotten, but guess what? There'll be new lives. There'll be new people. Is rebirth, and will I be reborn? The same energy will be reborn. The ego doesn't matter, right? But the energy behind the ego, behind the face, behind the body, behind the identity, behind the name, that will go on, right? With new humans, like these trees here. The leaves fall off, the old leaves fall off, the new leaves, they come, right? The seasons go on, the earth keeps on spinning, the cosmos keeps on spinning. What is that cosmos? Is it God? Right? So it's very interesting stuff, guys. But anyway, I'm out here in nature. Respect nature, love nature, guys, because come out in nature, scientific benefits. I was talking about that in a previous video, which is called Shinrinyoku. It's recommended by Japanese doctors, scientifically studied. I need to look into the further details of these studies. You can look into it in my other video if you're interested. But being in the forest really helps you fight cancer. It helps with your mood. Being in the forest helps you fight cancer. There's a study, you can go check it up. It helps with your mood. It helps with stress. It reduces stress. So doctors recommend it to cancer patients. Can you imagine that? Being out here in nature. The forest trees release a chemical that interacts with your brain that helps your body fight cancer because you're less stressed. But anyway, today I wanted to do the intersection of science and spirituality, and we're going to look at something very interesting and practical that you guys can use in your lives every day outside of the forest, right? When you're in the world, when you're in the concrete jungle of your life, when you're in the stressful situation of your life, right? Because we all know life is challenging and there's ups and downs, and you know, it's life, you know, we get it, human suffering, I get it, but this too shall pass, and enjoy it while we have it. Try and make the most of it, you know, live fully. So this breathing technique from Stanford University by Dr. Andrew Huberman, which was done on 108 volunteers that were monitored, compared to other breathing techniques, right? Other breathing techniques like box breathing. We're going to look into that breathing technique today, guys, and I'm going to do it with you, right? Apparently, it has been done on 108 volunteers. You can try and apply this to your life. For example, if you're in a stressful situation, it's been proven to calm your nervous system. You know, almost like a baby that sighs before you go to sleep, right? When your brain is overthinking or shallow breathing, they've studied this. I'll tell you more about this study right now. They've discovered that they compared this to other breathing techniques, right? From ancient techniques to modern mindfulness techniques, right? And other techniques out there. And they've discovered that if you do this, it's basically very similar to ancient techniques. It's a form of mindful breathing, right? Focusing on your breath, being aware, right? But they've discovered this. If you take an extra breath, right? I'll do this with you. If you take an extra breath right after you breathe fully, then you breathe in more as much as you can. They've discovered that this dumps the excess carbon dioxide, which is responsible for a lot of stress and anxiety in your body, right? It's one of the most effective ways of calming your nervous system in the moment, right? Like if you have to do public speaking, for example, if you're nervous, anxiety, exam, any stressful anxiety situation, you want to approach someone, socially, right? So you do this technique, it won't take you long. They've discovered, right? We're gonna do it together in a moment. You guys, some of you may be familiar with Dr. Andrew Huberman from Huberman Labs in Stanford University, right? So he found this technique is 50% more effective at boosting your mood than standard meditation, okay? Here's the why. When we're stressed, the tiny air sacs in our lungs called alveoli collapse, okay? This trick pops them back open, dumps the excess carbon dioxide that's making you feel panicky, and sends an immediate signal to your heart to slow down. It's not just a vibe, it's a mechanical override for your nervous system. It gets out of your head into your body in a way, right? Grounding is another one they've studied, right? But today we're doing Andrew Huberman's breathing technique, right? So let's do it together, right? It's very simple, just follow me. Deep inhale through the nose, okay? At the very top, take a second, shorter inhale to pop those lungs open. Then, long, slow exhale through the mouth. Like you're sighing out the whole day. Like sigh, like let it out, like let the carbon dioxide out, like let the negative energy out. Like, okay, so I've just read the instructions to us, right? I'm gonna do it together with you, a couple of rounds of this. Some of you could skip forward if you'd like, or you could do it with me right now in this moment, right? Just gonna get some water here, and then we can do this together, right? Just soak in the moment for a second, get comfortable, But anyway, it's very simple. I've read the instructions for you. We're gonna do this meditation together now. And you can use this any point in your life where you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, panicky, anxious, in important situations. Remind yourself of this technique, which has been proven. You can look into it and I'll link it in the description. And I'm sure you can check out other techniques and experiment with me. This is an experiment. Now we can do together. Do it with me. You let me know down in the comments how you feel about this, if you've done it before. Other breathing techniques that you find helpful, yoga, other breathing techniques. I know there's various breathing techniques out there that have been scientifically proven, and this is one of them, right? So let's do it together now, guys. Deep inhale through the nose, and at the very top, another inhale, right? And then slow exhale through the mouth and a sigh, and then we're gonna keep doing that for a couple of rounds, okay? Lovely, let's go, guys. Deep inhale through the nose right now. 3, 2, 1, go. The very top, inhale again. And then sigh and relax your shoulders, relax. Let the negative energy go. Let it all go. Just be here for this moment. This too shall pass, guys. And if you want to take it a step further, even after you take that next inhale at the very top, just pause for a second, okay? And keep doing it. People have done this 5 minutes a day, and they've discovered that the results have actually compounded over a month. That's the reports, right? I can read more of these studies to you guys, right? So they've compared it to cyclic hyperventilation, mindfulness meditation, the control group, cyclic sighing, the psychological sigh is what it's called. Box breathing is the box breathing. I think that's also another very interesting one. You guys might do another video on that. Meditation versus breath work. Okay. While all 4 groups saw benefits, breath work, the active control of breath, very interesting stuff, guys, because they've proved scientifically that breath work works. Many people have done this. It's not woo-woo spiritual stuff, hippie stuff. It's real science stuff that works. Okay, practical stuff. Okay, so breath work outperformed passive mindfulness meditation in reducing stress and improving mood, right? I think there's maybe space for both, right? The winner, and it whatever floats your boat. The winner, cyclic sighing had the highest impact on positive effect. Feelings of energy, joy and peace. It was roughly 50% more effective at boosting positive mood than traditional meditation, right? The long-term effects, very interesting, guys. The long-term effects. The researchers found that the benefits actually compounded over time. The more days people did the 5-minute sighing, the more their baseline mood improved and their resting heart / respiratory rates dropped. That's wonderful, right? So it's just a daily practice. You could apply this 5-minute practice to your life. I know everyone has different practices, meditation, yoga, exercise, nature time, religious stuff, that maybe different rituals that they do. And this could be one of them, and this can be applied in daily life, in the moment. And it's wonderful, right? It's been proven on 100 people. So very interesting. Try it yourself, right? The other interesting things of the study, let's see if I can find more interesting things, right? The psychological sigh brings in 2 times the volume of air of a normal breath, allowing you to offload a massive amount of carbon dioxide on the long exhale. So very interesting stuff, guys. Because you get lost in your mind and you forget that you're not breathing deeply, right? Even deep breathing is already a massive shift, right? So this is very cool. There were a bunch of people, Dr. Andrew Huberman and Dr. David Spiegel, 2023 Stanford medicine study, published in Cell Reports Medicine, okay? They measured different things, guys. You should look into it, okay? Using the PANIS scale, a standard psychology tool, they measured how much good vibes people felt. Let us know in the comments, guys. The psychological sigh group saw a 1.91 point increase in positive mood, while the mindfulness meditation group only saw a 1.22 point increase. Practical example. Participants described feeling more alert yet calm. It wasn't just about being sleepy. It was about having a clear, energized mind without the buzzing feelings of anxiety. Real-time anxiety kill switch, right? During a tough conversation but anyway, there's lots of them. I just watched Wim Hof. He's a very interesting person. He has breathing techniques. They said the other techniques were also effective, but these techniques were slightly better in this particular study, right? So you let us know. I know I love a lot of things. You have a lot of time in a day to do lots of stuff, but it's very interesting, and I'll definitely apply it to my life. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today with me. I love you guys so much, soul family. Adios mi familia de sol. Keep going like this river, keep flowing, guys. Despite the obstacles, you know, they try to bury us, but we were seeds, baby. You know what I mean? Keep going and keep flowing, guys, through the ups and downs of life. You know, your heart keeps beating. God is moving this whole thing, baby. God is moving the whole cosmos. God is moving the whole cosmos. God is moving your heartbeat. God is spinning the earth. God is making these insects fly, these birds, these animals. This too shall pass. It's not that deep, guys. But it is that deep, ain't it? But anyway, it's like the balance, the yin and the yang, the dance of the dualities, the different seasons of life. The summer and winter is needed, right? But anyway, it's very interesting, very mysterious. I love it, baby. What else? Through the ups and downs of life, the divine dance, the divine mystery, you know, keep going. We all do the best we can. Trust in God, baby. Believe in God. You know, do the best you can. Don't be too hard on yourself sometimes. Stop trying to be perfect. Perfection is an illusion. Be imperfect, you know. Live fully today. Today could be the last day that you're alive. I know people who have died young. You know people who have died young. Family, friends. Time is an illusion, guys. Your life could end at any moment. Don't take it for granted, guys. Live fully today, right? Live your dream today. Do the best you can today. I get it. We all have different situations, different circumstances. Balance your priorities. We all do the best we can. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much, soul family. Adios mi familia de sol. We are one. We are all connected, guys.